All right, this week, the Center for Innovation is hosting a national conference in St. Louis to talk about caring for seniors, drawing hundreds of people to town. This really comes as families are finding themselves in a crisis. They're really struggling trying to take care of their aging loved ones, and that is leading to a major shift in nursing home care, with the St. Louis area at the heart of this change. Our Diamond Palmer has more information to share this morning.
We're here at the 2025 Center for Innovation Conference. It's kicking off this week right here in St. Louis at the Hilton at Ballpark. And we are joined with Susan Ryan, the CEO of the Center for Innovation. Tell us about this conference and the goals you hope to establish this week.
Absolutely. This is an annual conference. We do this every year, and we actually attract an international crowd. But these are change makers. These are people that are really eager to make a difference, to make an impact in the world of aging services, especially supporting those living with dementia.
Yeah, really important. And one of the big topics that we will be discussing this week at the conference is small homes' big impact. You think about less of those big nursing homes and more of that specialized care. Can you talk about that and, for instance, Dolan Nursing Homes and how important that is, especially for St. Louis?
Absolutely, and Dolan Homes, they were really revolutionary and really kind of going forward and saying we can do better and we can bring normalcy, we can bring that sense of home, of meaning, of purpose to really enrich the lives of people there. So we really are talking about how do we really create those real home environments where people are seen for who they are as people, not just their diagnosis, but to really embrace them, the power of relationships, to be able to engage in those relationships, to know who that person is. So each person is able to live a meaningful and purposeful life. It happens in a context of relationships, and that translates to better outcomes.
Thank you so much, Susan. And of course, this conference will have dozens of speakers talking about that important topic of memory care and how to care for our aging population, not just in St. Louis, but all over the country. This will continue until Thursday this week. Reporting in downtown, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Do you know, I think this is such an important topic because there are so many people, and I don't know about you, well, maybe you, Gary. I mean, you know, we're in this generation where we are caring for our aging parents, and then also some of us have kids to take care of too. So there's just a lot of things. They call it the sandwich generation, and it really is a growing issue because the boomer generation is aging rapidly, you know, and they're living longer. I shouldn't say they're aging faster because we're all aging the same time, right? But
it doesn't feel like it.
but I mean, there are just so many boomers, and people need care.
Yeah.
And that's the issue at hand here, because we're talking about, like, you know, life savings for folks. Millions of dollars, billions probably.
So
at
much
stake,
money,
you know?
so expensive to get memory care. You're exactly right. And what a drain on you emotionally as a sandwich. You know, like, oh, you're dealing with mom, you're dealing with, you know, kids, but there's also that level of identity involved in memory care where it's hard to admit that that's a situation, getting the keys away. These are all very difficult conversations.
Yeah, and it kind of like has these steps, right? Because it is hard to take the keys away or do other things. And they said with memory care, you know, a lot of times there aren't facilities where you age in place. So it's like you get worse, I mean, you know, worse, and then you have to go to another place and another place. And then there's not really staff there on hand to help you. So a lot of folks will advance to a medical care facility or memory care facility where they can stay forever. Because basically what ends up going, you go to this big institution, they put you in a hallway and you just sit there for 24 hours, you know? And so it's the idea of, like, you're not getting your needs met. You need to have memory care, specialized help. So there's, I mean, I just think there's a really big conversation that needs to be happening.
You know, what they're being fed. You're getting caught in that system, right? Of maybe it's just a mobility issue as aging, but you've got someone in memory care that's a mate. It's just terrible.
Or maybe you don't eat, you know, because you have a memory care issue that's not making you hungry. I mean, there are just so many things.
So much.
Yeah, so I think this is a really great, really great discussion that's happening in St. Louis. And it is kind of neat that some of the pioneering work is happening right here. Okay, so we do have